Hey y'all, this is Rhonda. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you what I did with the second set of the drills, spare set of drills I got from Hankins Painting Store. This is my backup storage. They're photo boxes. I got them from Michael's. I ended up having to get a third one that I don't need yet, but I will. So I can show you. I thought this was so cute. I'm thinking stars, diamonds, drills, and there's stars all over the box. I just thought it was so cute. I had to get it. But here is the, it's made by Recollections. And in just a second, I'll measure it for you. But I'm not going to open this one yet. I don't quite need it. But once I show you inside the boxes, you'll see why I did need a third one. Or I will eventually. Things I used for this. Let me get this off and you can kind of get a little preview of what I've got going on here. Let me measure this real quick for you. Inside this is right at 11 inches by 7 5/8, about a little over 7.5, and it is 4 3/8 inch, 4 3/8 high. So what I used for the dividers was, this came from Michael's. It is white cardstock paper. It's 110 pounds. Let me see if I can get this up here off the glare out of you. It's 110 pounds. There was 100 sheets in here. I'm not quite sure how many I used. Maybe half, maybe a little more than half. I didn't count with these, but can't quite see where the end of the package was, but it was about maybe a little more than half. Once again, everything that I used in here that I can find a link for, I will put it in the description. This, I could have gotten a big sheet of foam board, but I just didn't want to deal with all the leftovers, so I got pretty much the size I need. This is just a small foam board. It's literally the size of a sheet of paper. Opened up, that's how big it is, and it was perfect for what I needed. I had just a little bit of excess left over. This is 9 inches by 12, so 9 by 12. So what I did, let me pull one of these out, just to minimize waste. I believe I cut these, oop, I don't need centimeters for this. I cut these 4 1/4 inches wide by 11 inches long. So I only had a little bit of waste on these, and I cut 4 of these so far, and when I realized that I had to go back and get, come on now. When I realized I had to have a third box, I went ahead, Michael's had a 40% off coupon on 2 regular price items, so it was absolutely perfect. So I got one of these and this, which was, actually, I've got the receipt right here. Bear with me just a second and I'll tell you exactly how much this cost. The photo box was $3. No, it was $6 regular price. And the foam board looks like it was $6. And so with 40% off, I ended up paying $3.33 for the photo box and $3.60 for the foam board. It's a bifold foam board. And my total was $7.62. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. When I bought these two, it must have been fate or something, because I was thinking about doing this and I pulled up Michael's website just to see what they had. And they had a sale on these. They were $2 a piece. So as soon as I got off of work, I jetted over there real quick. And when I found these, I just thought they were perfect. I love the star theme of them. So let me get this out of the way, and let me go ahead and pull the lid off of this one. How I've got them labeled right now, I just have them called box 1 and box 2. I may eventually put something in there saying where, you know, from here to here and here to here, what it is. How I made, let me pull out this very first one. These are my index dividers. And what I did, let me pull, I have some extras over here, and I will demonstrate how I made these. The index dividers that I made out of the cardstock, I also wanted to minimize waste on it. So what I did was I took the full sheet of paper and I cut it right down the middle. I used my my cutting mat, the same one that I had in the cherry blossom video. I used a cutting mat and a rotary cutter to cut all of these cards. I cut all of these out with a rotary cutter. Yeah, it took a little while. Like I said, I'm extra. I can't do anything the easy way. I have to go completely overboard. But you know what? I'm happy, so that's all that matters. But anyway, so what I did was I cut, so this is typical 8.5 inches by 11. And so what I did was, let me measure this one. So what I did was I cut it in half. So each one of these is, let me put something, see if I can find something. Let me do this. You have a little contrast behind it. So what I did was 4 1/4, which is half of straight down the middle of the paper. And then I did 2 1/4 wide. So 4 1/4, maybe a hair over, maybe 4 5/16. I mean, however it worked out between cutting exactly half in between the paper. They varied just a little bit. Like I said, I did this with a rotary cutter and a ruler. So in my, I have one of those big, long, clear acrylic cutting things. Most people use them with quilting. I did all these by hand, so they might vary a millimeter on the edge, but so let's just say 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. And then what I did was, let me put this, move this, move this, and I'm gonna slide this out of the way for just a minute. I got this little punch board from Michael's. Actually, I think I ordered this from Amazon, because the day I was in Michael's, I used my coupon. They had a 60% off coupon the day I went in there, and I used it for something else. I couldn't remember. And the next day, they didn't have the 60%, which when I calculated how much it was with the percent off they had the next day, it wasn't much difference. And so I just went ahead and got it from Amazon. I think it might have been 14 something. I don't know. Anyway, let me get it out of here and I'll show you. I'm not going to give a full demo of this thing, but I will show you how I cut the little notches out. Come on now. So I didn't want to leave, I don't know, I could have just, I could have made it easy on myself and just left the corners squared off, but I just didn't want to. So what I did was, you take this out and you put it here. There are 2 holes. There's 2 holes. You take, there's a little piece that sits here, and you take it out and you put it here. And what I do is you put it here and punch it, and then flip it over and punch it. Voila. There you go. And I just, I had some small labels. Where are they? Oh, I have a brand new pack of them. Let's see, I'll show you what labels you can use any small label that'll fit here, but I wanted to run them through the printer, so I used these. These are printer safe. You can use a laser, put them through a printer, or you can handwrite on them. It is label 5418. They are 1/2 inch by 3/4 of an inch. So anyway, so I once again put it in Excel and then did a label, mail merge to the labels, and printed the whole set, and then put all 454 numbers on each one of these cards. So let me get this out of the way. I'll just put, I know I've got some extras over here. Get this back in here. I did want to give credit for this idea. The idea from this came from a video I saw from Rebecca at 4 Kids at 147. Her measurements were a little different than mine, but the basic concept is inspired by what she did. And you see how they're all wonky in here? What I did was, let me get this out of the way real quick. I'll put that back together later. What I did was I took the second set, and they were in numerical order, so it was pretty easy, you know, just sliding these in there. But for now, they're still in the original bags. I didn't feel like messing with transferring them. What I plan on doing is putting them in these. I found these at I use these from Walmart. It's 2 inch by 1.5 inch bags. Most of the time, the leftover drills I have is not very many. So I have some 2 by 3 inch, but I think I've only had 2 colors that were big enough. There were too many to put in the little bag, but I needed the big bag. So what I plan on doing is cutting these out, and if I can, I'm just going to cut out this, slide it in there, and put the drills in there, and I'm going to hope that it lays nice and flat like these do. Something I did do, where is I wanted to talk about my drill checklist. This is something I created in Excel based on, DMC used to have a shopper's checklist that I've seen a lot of people use. There's a lot of PDFs of it going around, but it's out of date. And there's a lot of colors on the shopper's checklist that in drills you don't use. Like you don't use the variations, the metallics, and all of that. So I created this just for drills. It's a PDF. I actually have shared this. I'm in 6 different Facebook groups. Let me flip this over just for a second and I'll show you. If you are in any of these groups, I have this, the PDF file of what I'm about to show you in the file section of each group. So there's Kicking Cancer's Butt and Diamond Painting, For the Love of Diamond Painting with Donnie and Teslin, Crafters Anonymous with Miss Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray, Diamond Painting Underground, Abstract Crafter, Crafting, Creativity Unlocked, and Gone Off My Meds. So if you're already in any of these groups, you can go to the file section there and download the PDF of the checklist and use it. If you're not in any of those groups or you have problems downloading it, shoot me an email. I set up a real creative email for my channel. So it's rondas.channel@gmail.com. So shoot me an email if you have any problems or if you're not in any of the groups but would like the PDF file, and I'll email it to you. My email address will also be in the description or in the about section. So let me show you my checklist real quick. I have several different versions that are all in the PDF file. What you'll do is you'll look through it, you'll figure out what'll work for you and how you want to use it, and just print the pages you need. This one is a checklist with a column for square and round with all the numbers, and you know, however you want to use it, you just check off what you have. So, and this is portrait. I have the exact same copy if you like to use it landscape. Okay. Here is here's only square, and it's all on one page. Here's the same thing, landscape. You know, I have to go overboard. Here's one for round. And here's one landscape. And I made a blank one for special drills or anything else you wanted to make a list of. And of course, here's portrait and landscape. So let me go back to this one that I have marked on here and explain what I did, because you're like probably thinking, well, Rhonda, you have every single color in here. Why are you checking off numbers? Well, yes, I know that I have every single color, but I also wanted to know which colors were I have actual leftovers of. So those are the ones that I marked. So for right now, this is what I have leftovers of. And if you notice, just about on every sheet, there is a little bit of extra space. What I plan on using this for probably will be my ABs, or if I just have a few special drills. I haven't ordered any special drill diamond paintings or anything with crystals yet, but if I ever did that, as long as it would fit on the sheet I'm using, I probably would just use that. Like all my DACs, a lot of them have ABs, so if I have leftovers, I'll just note them here, and that way I know what I have. I think it's pretty versatile. I hope everybody likes it. I do want to show you something though. Every single, let's see, I don't know which ones, I have them marked on here. Let me see if I can find one real quick that has more than one color in it. Nope, of course not. Bear with me a minute. Just, oh, come on. I wish I had marked. Nope. Let's try 208. Nope. 210. Nope. 223. 224, nope. 310, that's just going to be the same color. Let me skip that and go to 315. No. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared for. Okay, here's one. This one is not that bad. What I do, I use the Harbor Freight, the little square Harbor Freight boxes, and I put my number on the side of the container, and then when I'm done with the painting and I'm ready to put it in back up in my leftover storage, depending on what company it's for, I take, and let me see if I can get it to focus. HF is for Home Fun. I have one for Alma, and I write DAC for Diamond Art Club. You know, say I have Color Whisper, I would put CW, just so that I know what store these came from, because you can see very clearly they are way different, but they are both labeled 318, and every single color that I had leftovers for, not a one of them matched. But let's just say I get another 318 from Home Fun. If 318 from another painting for Home Fun matches this 318 for Home Fun, I would mix these together, but I don't plan on mixing companies for 318 together. I plan on keeping that separate. Let me see if I can find another one real quick. Probably can't. There was some really, let me move this one out of the way. Let's see if I can find one over here. Here is one. This is 977. This one's also different. One is from Alma, one's from Home Fun. So it was very interesting when I was filing these that that they're all different colors. Here's one of the ones I used, a 2x3 bag. My 939s, I had a lot of those left over, and I wish there was one that I had 3 of, and it was literally 3 different colors. But tell you what, I'm gonna pause you for a second, and I'm gonna find a couple of them, so I'll be back in just a minute. Hey y'all, I'm back. Okay, all right. You might not care about this, but I don't know. I just found it just really fascinating. Let me see if I can find. Here's a white background. All right, this is 645. Those are completely different. It was just like every one, just about every one that I had multiple colors of. Even this set I got from Hankins Painting Store, their dye lot is completely different. All of these are 800. They're all different. Here is, this is 945. It's Hankins, Home Fun, and DAC's on the bottom. But you see this one here's got some brown to it almost. But they're all different. This one is very different. Let's see. This is Hankins Painting Store, Alma in the middle, and Home Fun on the bottom. And all of these are $9.77. I got a couple more. Even the dark ones. This one is $33.71. I've got 2 that are similar. And then the 2 on the top have more brown in them, and these right here are just a little bit off from black. But those are different too. So what I plan on doing is, if I run out of drills for a particular painting, first thing I'll check is if I have something for that store left over, and if I don't, I will match with the closest one that I have. Okay, here is, let me put this one in the middle. This is 37.43. Personally, I think the top one's the prettiest, but they're all different. And this is 37.56. This is the only other one that I had to put in a big bag. It wouldn't fit in one of my little ones. I got some stowaways in that one, so just ignore those. But all of these, those two are close, but they're different too. And the last one is, this is 38.63. And you can see how they're all different. So you can see that this right here is all the space I have left. So I'll probably quickly have to move on to my third box. So, which is not a big deal. And I'm planning on probably, I didn't want to put this video off any longer. Because if I did that, I probably would have never done it. But I'm planning on probably in the very near future is taking all of these out of these bags and putting them in my little baggies. One thing I did want to say that I did when I did the binder, I did these at the same time. And what I did was I had the two sets in front of me, and I would compare 153 from set 1 and 153 from set 2. The one that was prettier, I put in the binder. The one that was kind of, see how this one's all wrinkled up? That's the one that I put in my backup storage. So anyway, I've babbled on long enough. If anybody is interested in the drill checklist, check out, here's the groups again. If you're in any of these, it's in the link, it's in the file section. You can download it as a PDF. You do have to do it from a laptop or a desktop computer, I believe. It won't really work as a PDF on a phone because there's no way to check them off. You're gonna have to print them out. So, but these are the groups I'm in, and if you have any trouble or are not in those groups, shoot me an email. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I hope y'all have a great day. I hope to talk to you real soon. Bye-bye. Hey y'all, I'm back. I almost forgot to mention something. One of the channels that I watch frequently, Becky at Becky's Madness for Diamond Painting, she also uses photo boxes for her leftover drill storage, but she does hers a little bit different. She uses the, I believe it's the small letter size envelopes. They're the width of the photo box, so that would have to be the ones that she uses. But she used the small letter envelopes, and she just went straight back. I believe she used about 4 boxes, and she used little labels like this and just put it in the very center of the envelope, and just, I guess, she didn't show inside her envelopes, but I'm assuming that all her backup drills are in there. But I thought that was a really cool idea too, if you didn't want to go this route. But go check her out. I will try to link her video. It's her stash video, and she shows her leftover drill storage towards the end of the video. So with that, I will let you go. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.